So the next distinguished to honor with us his presence is Dr. Raj Narayan Pateria. He has awarded PhD in farm machinery and power engineering. He has published more than 50 research articles in various reputed national and international journals. He is life member of various scientific body, that is life member of Institution of Engineering, Kolkata, life member of Renewable Energy Forum, life member of ISAE, New Delhi. He has worked in different administrative level, that is worked as a technical director, energy for Indian Society of Agricultural Engineering. He has developed and filed a patent on plant intercultural and mulching machine for sugarcane and onion digger with cutter bar tapping unit. He is now working as Joint Director of Research at GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. He handled many projects funded by DST, ICR, etc. All his technologies are beneficial towards farming community. Sir, you can proceed now, sir.
Okay. I am going to share our screen.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Dr. Pandey-Raj.
Yes, sir. Please.
Are you able to listen my voice?
Yes, I was very much audible, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. D.K. Singh of your Dean and Dr. Pandey-Raj to providing this opportunity to discuss our experience on this paddy residue management. So being as an expert of this area, I am going to discuss regarding the critical issue which is we are facing nowadays. ठीक है भाई? So what about to this paddy residue management machine for combined harvested field? This machine we have recently developed at our Department of Farm Machinery and Power Engineering, College of Technology, Govind Vallabh Pant, University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. As all we are very much familiarized that overall India produces 686 million tons gross crop residue biomass on annual basis, on which 234 megatons, you can say 34% of gross are estimated as surplus. First of all, what about to this surplus? Surplus, I mean, we are not going to touch any our conventional practices or any the conventional use of this paddy residue management or any type of crop residue management which we are going to utilize from just our convention. Other than that, our routine activities, what about to the surplus biomass or surplus residue which will comes in this category? So it is estimated as a surplus for our bioenergy generation. Now, what about to this bioenergy generation? How we can harness the energy from the biomass? Basically, as all we are know, what is biomass? Biomass, we can consider the biomass just like a platform having the 3 legs. वो platform जिसकी क्या है 3 different legs हैं. And what about to these 3 legs? One is C, another H, and third one is O. So whatever may be the available on this universe, which containing the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, comes under the category of biomass. ऐसा यूनिवर्स में क्या है जो CHO में ना आता हो भाई? So all living and non-living organisms, they comes under the category of this biomass. And in this particular area, we are going to use our agro biomass or crop residue. So how we can harness the energy from this biomass? Although it is little it is little bit deviate from this our machine, but we must familiarize about it. So we can harness the energy from the biomass. There are two ways. There are two routes. One route by the biochemical conversion mode, biochemical conversion route. Another is the thermochemical conversion route. Biochemical conversion route, the biomass, those are low density. They comes under this category, and the biomass, those are higher density. They can recommend it for the thermochemical conversion mode. Thermochemical conversion mode. What are the technologies for thermochemical conversion mode? Gasification technology and pyrolysis. And this biochemical conversion mode, that is the anaerobic decomposition and aerobic decomposition. And what is the best example of this anaerobic decomposition? That is the biogas plant. So other than these conversion mode, we can utilize this our crop residue to enhance the fertility of the soil, as well as to overcome the problem of this environmental. I mean, we can eliminate this burning of paddy straw on the field. So at state level, Uttar Pradesh produces the highest amount of crop residues. All the 20 states plus union territory, among all these crops, sugarcane produces the highest amount of surplus residue, followed by rice. So rice के बाद जो सबसे major role है biomass production में, that is the sugarcane. But although in this our present discussion we are going to be confined on only the rice, paddy residue. So researchers found that production would be increased by chopping off straw stubbles on or near the soil surface. There is no impact on soil parameter. What are those soil parameter? Bulk density, total porosity, air porosity, pore size distribution of the soil due to the size reduction of straw for few years. Conservation agriculture is a model of sustainable agriculture. देखो भाई, यहाँ हम कह रहे हैं कि कंजर्वेशन एग्रीकल्चर इज ए मॉडल ऑफ सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर. व्हाट अबाउट टू द जो यहाँ ये वर्ड सस्टेनेबल, as per the definition of this sustainable development basically is that development which based on the locally available raw material, locally available knowledge, and creating no harm for the environment. And sustainable development possesses all these quality, including it will take due care of at least one forthcoming generation. So that type of development, that type of agriculture will comes under the category of the sustainable agriculture, as it leads to the obvious profitable food production while protecting and even restoring the natural resources. We require to reserve our or resource those we require for the survival. So there is urgent need of new technologies which gives proper utility to soil by the paddy residue, and popularizing this type of innovations, because paddy straw has immense economic potential for the farmers. Popularizing the new innovations and new alternative techniques for paddy residue straw management. Now, the development of machine, because of every year, particularly in the area of NCR, and beside this national capital region, our Tarai region and many other region of our country, they are facing just after or near about to Diwali this fog problem. And the environmentalist and the expert, although the greenhouse gas is responsible for that fog or that problem, but although there is some sort of contribution of this binding of this paddy residue, so how we can eliminate this problem? We have developed a machine which incorporate the paddy residue management and enhance the fertility of the soil. So the development machine can cut the stubble and mix the other vegetable growth, whatever that is available during at that time on the field. If any form on the field, by keeping everview in mind, the paddy residue management machine for combined harvested paddy field, we have developed a very first prototype of this machine, and we have conducted our initial trials. So development of straw chopping, what about to now we are going to describe the brief structure of this development. This development comprises, and this our talk that is going to be confined in coming couple of minutes, that is based on what about to the development of straw chopping incorporation machine for residue management of a combined harvested paddy field. Then what about to the performance evaluation of this developed machine? Then undoubtedly, what about to the economic features of this developed machine with the comparison of existing technologies for what? For residue management of a combined harvested paddy field. So first of all, let us have a quick look regarding what about to the previous work on this area. So previous work on this area, that is started in a couple of years ago, and particularly in the context of this machine. हेलो, हाँ मैं एक ऑनलाइन नेशनल सेमिनार में हूँ. अंशु इज देयर, हमारा पीजी स्टूडेंट है. हाँ, और चालू हो गया वो. ठीक भाई, actually excuse me, as I have requested earlier, in our university Pantnagar today our national Kisan Mela that is going on, so parallel I am also engaged in those activities, so please excuse me for that. So a review of literature, it is the brief review regarding this various studies, those we are carried out by Jain et al. And by Hilodhari et al. The remarks that crop residue potential of India is, that I mentioned in our initial discussion too, approximately of 1/3 is surplus. I mean, not utilized for this our conventional practices, or ultimately we can see the surplus biomass can be utilized either for incorporation by this machine or maybe used for generation of the energy. By this our biochemical conversion mode or by thermochemical conversion mode. There are two ways. So rice and wheat together contribute approximately 30% in total residue surplus in the country. But यहाँ पे जो important point है कि जो paddy का straw है, that is creating lot of problem with compared to wheat, because wheat straw, our animals, they are fond of it. But this rice straw, animals, they are not fond for it due to their silica content or due to their viscoelastic characteristics of this paddy residue. So we require the solution of this paddy straw specifically. Now, it is the another study carried out by Garg et al. And they evaluated the rototill drill for sowing wheat after paddy. Machine was a rotavator combined with a seed drill. Rotavator had a width of 1.6 meter and 9 row seed cum fertilizer drill was mounted on it. Or in this particular area, जो मैं यहाँ पे आपसे चर्चा कर रहा हूँ, our Dr. Manjeet Singh, they have also emphasized different type of these machines in their presentation and their discussion. He's also the very renowned personality in this particular area. As per field trial machine capacity, these are the different parameters those we have presented over here. So it was stated that the machine performance was not found to be satisfactory, particularly for combined harvested field. Therefore, it was suggested that the performance of machine was acceptable when operated after chopping of straw. That's why in our new development, we use the chopper to chopping of straw, then followed by another machine. These are the another remarks given by other researchers. It is a very good study that by carried out in the year of 2005 by our ऑनरेबल डॉक्टर सिद्धू एट ऑल, दे डेवलप्ड ए, जो अभी डॉक्टर मंजीत सिंह ने काफी डिटेल में आप लोगों को हैप्पी सीडर के बारे में ही हैव डिस्कस्ड एंड डिस्क्राइब्ड द मैटर पर्टिकुलरली ऑन दिस हैप्पी सीडर, because it is a great innovation by Punjab Agricultural University. It cuts, lift, throw and standing staples of loose straw and so the field of ready for one operation. So need not to go detail regarding it because it was already discussed in your previous presentation. It is the another study carried out by Dr. Sidhu et al. In the 2006. Then this study was carried out by Hongele et al. In 2010. Combined stock. Guys, so please so that I will be able to talk with you, right? Kindly excuse for it. So what they have remarked on this study: combined stock staples, breaking and that mulching machine. We have also going to utilize some features of this study in our development. The machine can be used to break the बेसिकली मेज और डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ स्टॉक्स के लिए उन्होंने इसे इस्तेमाल किया था. फाइनली दे शोड that the machine had a stock breaking rate of 89% and the efficiency reached up to 67.9%, which meets the agro-technical requirement in the dry farming area, particularly China. की बातें सुनी, not to talk much more on it. So it is the another study carried out on this sugarcane residue by Malik et al. In the year of 2013. The cost of operation by this machine was about 786 rupees per hour. They have given this different features, and finally they reported the break-even point of this machine, that was 17.7 hectare. Now, Sarma, in the year of 2014, they have developed a multi-toolbar no-till seed drill for surface management, loose straw conditions. And this loose straw condition, basically it is for our paddy straw. And it is the another study carried out by Kumar. So now, what about to the interfaces drawn on from the past studies? So interfaces drawn from the review: burning of straw for quick cleaning of field for sowing next crop causes not only environmental problem but also leads loss of rich micro as well as macro organic matter as well as nutrients. Because all we are familiarized that the time availability after harvesting of paddy and for sowing next crop, I mean wheat, in Rabi season, there are very short span, and we are bound to sow our Rabi crop or our particularly we can say wheat, since timeliness of the operation, that is the key for production. We are going to delay for sowing in spite of using improved seed, fertilizer, insecticide, pesticide, all improved agricultural practices. Our production will be seriously affected. So we are bound to follow the timeliness of the operation. So to follow up the timeliness of operation, farmers, if we don't have any alternative, they put this paddy stock for the fire. So what are the adverse effect of that binding of paddy residue? That is mentioning over here, that we are going to emphasize over here. The binding of straw for quick cleaning of field for sowing next crop causes not only environmental problem but also it is losses, major losses of our micro as well as macronutrients and organic matter. The no-till drill does not perform satisfactorily under heavy crop residue. particularly paddy के केस में जो heavy crop residue होते हैं वहां पे हमारा no till drill cannot perform. So buildup of mud and straw on turbo happy seeder tines was observed in wet clay soil. It is some sort of minor limitations over there. Happy seeder was satisfactorily for standing stables. Although it is very useful machines, and very much popularized in different part of our country, including in our Tarai regions and in our university farm at Govind Vallabh Pant University. We are also appreciating this development of PAU. The next one is in case of conveyor seeder, lumps of straw were formed. जो हमारे कन्वेयर सीडर्स है उनमें ये प्रॉब्लम हम देखते हैं भाई, लंपिंग ऑफ स्ट्रॉ. So straw chopper comes spreader was satisfactory in both loose and stables condition, but the chopped straw and stables required more time for decomposition, so which delay the sowing of next crop, and this delay is not applicable, not permissible at all due to the timeliness of the operation. Clogging of loose straw was observed in straw chopper cum spreader. It is the problem we have observed by this straw chopper and spreader. Clogging was observed. So to increase the microbial activities, it is necessary to increase the surface contact area with the soil. It had been found that at some places, mulching without size reduction has adverse effect on the germination of the crop. Incorporation of straw improves the soil health. It is the plus side of this innovation. The researchers found that there was no significant effect of moisture content on the size of cut-off paddy straw. When we are going to reduce the size of this paddy straw, there is no significant effect on the available moisture content. So incorporation of straw improves the soil health, reduces soil erosion, and improves soil aeration. So there was no single machine which can cut, chop, and incorporate paddy straw within field in single phase. Therefore, we have observed a need to develop such type of machine. So what about to the parameters considered for design of this our proposed machine? We have used the rotavator, and the rotavator speed that was 180 to 210 RPM. Straw mulcher speed that was maintained between this wide range 1900 to 1900 revolution per minute. Length of paddy stubbles after harvested of paddy crop that we have observed on the field. Even height of this after harvesting of paddy by combine that was reported 45 to 60 centimeter. So horizontal clearance between straw mulcher rotor and rotavator rotor, that was up to this one, 55 to 65 centimeter, and vertical clearance between straw mulcher rotor shaft and rotavator rotor would affect the performance of proposed machine that we have kept 10 to 20 centimeter. Shape of blades, we have used here general purpose heavy duty rotavators blades so that it can work in the variety of the fields. Now, shape of blades, though we have used in the mulcher, they are the inverted gamma type. Power requirement of the machine, that obviously we use the tractor more than 60 horsepower. So development of residue management machine, we are going to discuss in our forthcoming slides. What about to the detail of frame, belt, power transmission, velocity ratio, torque, and detail of the final this our prototype. It is complete pictorial view of this our new development. There is number of different sizes of belts, particularly for straw chopper. These are the material, their properties. What about to the permissible stress, coefficient of friction? That we have taken by this our standard book RS Khurmi and Gupta. And although we have also used the Garbert data for this selection. Design of shaft, that is the standard procedure, need not to go discuss regarding over here. And it is the different component of this machine. And you can visualize it is our, first of all, the straw chopper. Size of straw chopper is given over here, and this drive will get by this guidance shaft from the PTO of the tractor. So this power is going to be transmitted first of all on mulcher, and from mulcher to this side shaft through this belt and pulley arrangement, power is going to be transferred by this in our first prototype on this rotavator. There are, and this frame we have mentioned over here, it is the adjustable frame as per our requirement. So it is the detailed features of this our developed machine. These are the power transmission mode, how the power is going to be transmitted when this power is coming from the tractor PTO. By this suitable arrangement, power is moving on this pulley. By this pulley, power is going to be bifurcated. First of all, it is going to be for this mulcher, and then this power is going to be transmitted for this our rotavator. As we can visualize, this rotavator equipped with the L-type blades. So it is the mode of power transmission of this developed machine. It is the another view from the another direction. So nothing special regarding it. Things are same. Now, in this slide, I have tried to give the some parameters regarding what about to the velocity ratio in power transmission. What about to the gear ratio, speed ratio for mulcher as well as for rotavator and main gear, etc. Then just the torque requirement of the proposed machine. These are the different features given over here, and approximated torque requirement of this proposed machine, that was 1.79 kilonewton meter. Now, in this particular slides, I tried to give the complete specification of the detailed machine. What about to the particulars? Length, width, height. It is the length, width, and the height of the machine. That is the 1900, 2100, and 950. Then this initial weight, all this first prototype of the machine is very bulky. In our forthcoming design, we are going to reduce the size of this machine. Hello. डॉक्टर साहब, अभी एक नेशनल सेमिनार में ऑनलाइन डिस्कशन में हूँ, बाद में बात करता हूँ सर, प्लीज एक्सक्यूज मी. So this power requirement, we have already discussed that more than 60 horsepower tractor is required over here. Shape of flail, मैंने जो कि पहले भी बताया था कि inverted gamma type. Speed of this flail shaft and remaining parameters, those are given over here. अब this particular slides, crop and field parameter. What about to the amount of paddy residue available in tons per hectare, moisture content, content of residue of soil, bulk density of the soil, corn index, height of paddy residue, and all these parameters, either crop as well as field, we have followed the standard procedures. Now, it is regarding the performance of the developed machine. You can visualize the standing stabilis, that is the huge standing stabilis, particularly in the Tarai region. As our Dr. D.K. Singh, he is very much familiarized regarding this Tarai condition, as well as in different parts of our country. It is not new for other parts too, right? When we are going to mechanize harvesting, or particularly when we are going to harvest with the help of harvester, this standing stabilis is creating a lot of problem. So this developed machine let us visualize the quality of the field, quality of the work carried out by this machine. So these are the independent parameters. Forward speed, we have given two different levels, 2.1 and 3. Since it is our very initial trial which we have carried out over here. Excuse me. Hello. हाँ जी, अभी रखा रहने दो भाई, अभी डिफरेंट जो विधायक लोग हैं ना वो विजिट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. So these are the independent parameters we have taken in our past this demo of this machine, of performance evaluation of this machine. 2.1 and 3.0 kilometer per hour, vertical clearance, 2 levels, 100 and 200 levels. Speed of straw mulcher rotor, this 900 and 1100, and this clearance, horizontal clearance, that was kept 550 and 650. And these are the dependent parameters. All we are familiarized regarding when we are going to conduct any type of our PG or PhD work, or maybe some other research, whatever to the particularly in this subject, in this area, incorporation efficiency, incorporation. Excuse me. हाँ भैया, नमस्कार भाई. नहीं, अभी एक बाद में बात करेंगे, अभी एक ऑनलाइन डिस्कशन में हूँ, राइट. So size reduction of paddy residue, whatever to the shredding efficiency, then functional parameters when this machine is going to be operated by the tractor, whatever to the fuel consumption, actual field capacity of the machine, theoretical field capacity of the machine, then field efficiency. So these are the different dependent parameters. Those were also carried out during this performance evaluation of this our machine. So shredding efficiency, you can go by the definition of this shredding efficiency, that is nothing but the percentage amount of chopped straw residue on the field after operation with respect to the straw residue on the field and before operation. Similarly, the size reduction paddy residue management, it is also the ratio of average length of stubbles after operation to the length of stubbles before operation. Then incorporation efficiency was measured by the weight of, इसको weight से लेते हैं ना कि length, क्योंकि incorporation की बात हो रही है भाई. Incorporation efficiency was measured by weight of paddy straw incorporated by the machine in the area of 1 square meter, and weight of the paddy straw before the operation in the same plot where we have took the samples. So we will be able to calculate this incorporation efficiency. Then these are the standard procedure when we are going to be this our economics point of view. These are nothing new things, whatever to this fixed cost and variable cost, and the algebraic sum of all these parameters will give the cost of operation, and we have followed the standard our BIS norm for this calculation. Now this analysis, whatever to the different parameter, break-even point, payback, benefit cost ratio. So this comparison with our developed machine, rotavator and mulcher. And this third one, we have compared this developed machine with this with our conventional practices. What about to the conventional practices? Those are followed in our different region of this country. What are those conventional practices we are familiarized regarding it? Because generally in our Tarai region, farmers, they are familiarized by 6 harrowing, 10 rotavator, then planter. Then their field will be ready for their Rabi crop sowing. So it is huge energy investment in this conventional practices. Still, they are facing the problem of this paddy straw. So this completely we are going to discuss this our whole exercise, particularly this our design development and the performance evaluation of the machine. What about to the soil and crop parameters? Those are given over here. Moisture content of soil, residue, bulk density of the soil. And this machine we have used in very hard field. Basically, those field was assigned for this performance evaluation. We have tried the field that was with 1.5 to 1.6 gram per cubic centimeter of bulk density. All we are familiarized, the field will be treated as a compacted when the bulk density is more than 1.5. So this machine was used very hard and tough field, which is compacted as well as infested by the standing stubbles. These are the soil strength, residue length, residue available, row to row spacing, and plant to plant spacing of the standing stubbles on the field. So these are the, what about to the effect of forward speed? We have taken this different combination of as well as vertical and horizontal clearance arrangement. So this we have found the incorporation efficiency over here at different levels, and we have statistically analyzed over here. Then these are the effect of horizontal and vertical and horizontal adjustment of the incorporation efficiency. Then again it is statistically verified. Then these are the interaction effect of rotary as well as forward speed of the vertical and horizontal adjustment of different combinations. Those we have given over here. Okay, what about to the effect of this different F and R, V and H arrangement for incorporation efficiency? How it is going to be effect that is given by this chart over here. Now it is the effect of forward and rotary speed on the, what about to the size reduction is going to be verified when this speed, though we have taken on these two different levels. So what is the effect of speed that is going to be visualized over here? Now effect of vertical and horizontal adjustment on this residue size reduction, that is mentioned over here. Now this slide is particularly going to exhibit the interaction effect of rotary as well as forward speed and vertical and horizontal adjustment of this our जो target है हमारा residue size reduction, that is emphasized by this picture over here. So it is again, what about to the effect of forward and rotary speed now on shredding efficiency, then effect of vertical and horizontal adjustment on this shredding, then this overall interaction of rotary and forward speed, vertical and horizontal adjustment on shredding efficiency, that is going to be pictured over here. Now other parameters when this machine is going to be operated by the tractor. So what about to the fuel consumption, field capacity and field efficiency? So these are the different features over here, different parameters, fuel consumption by, and it is given the cost operation, break even point and payback period for different features too. ठीक भाई, So these are the comparison of these different our developed machine. The cost of operation about 4,272 rupee per hectare. Straw mulcher and rotavator, that is 5,434, and the conventional practice is 7,261. So this developed machine is highly cost effective with compared to this straw mulcher and conventional practices, right? And these are our final remarks. The incorporation of paddy residue was found better in the arrangement of this our 95.31%, and this another arrangement of 94.30%. The less incorporation of paddy residue was observed in the arrangement, which was about 60%, and the conclusion which we can draw that this arrangement was the best for incorporation of paddy residue management of this machine. Another is the arrangement of which we have given the different arrangement was better combination for greater residue size reduction of paddy residue. The shredding efficiency observed maximum in the arrangement of this one, and the result was this one. And the following arrangement which gives this shredding efficiency. So finally, what we can conclude, it was concluded that the arrangement of this V1, H2, F2, R2 was better for greater shredding efficiency. And the cost of operation of this extra chopper company was lower, as we have presented in our previous slide, other than two residue management machine, which was usually done by the farmer. It was concluded that the developed extra chopper from rotavator was economically beneficial for the farmers. The developed machine worked satisfactorily as per requirement, and it required the power source of tractor 45 kilowatt and higher range. The belt and pulley power transmission was used in this our very first prototype. So these are the references, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Koi question ho Pandiraj?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is one question in chat box. What is the main harmful effect on crop residues on soil? Even what we can use crop residue as mulch? What is the main harmful effect?
Actually, by when you are going to mulch the field by this crop residue, the proper germination was not found very satisfactorily. Then on the other place, when you are going to reduce the size of this paddy straw and incorporate with the soil, that will in due course of time will decompose and enhance the fertility of the soil, right?
Yes, sir.
That is the way.
Yes.
Any other question?
So, dear participants, is there anything else participant would like to mention? Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I would like to thank Dr. Raj Narayan Pataria,
Okay,
sir.
bhai. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. For taking out time from his hectic schedule with the Kisan Mela at Pantnagar. We understand, sir, you are busy with the important assigned schedule during this Kisan Mela. Since you are meddling with so many calls during this presentation, certainly this knowledge may help us to revamp the agriculture practices towards much eco-friendly facets, sir. So thank you once again. Thank you very much, sir, for joining with us and sharing your vast knowledge with us.
Okay.
With your blessing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to all.